He was black as the night. Whitehead was whiter than white. There's the desert when you taste brown sugar. Whitehead pulled a scheme every night. Whitehead, 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 Whitehead. Whitehead, Whitehead, you are so desperate to be famous. Yes, we are here talking about this fool again. Mocha Drop, hi, JJ, 1279 2. And Prima Wanda, how y'all doing? Keisha, Stevenson. Is it Dorius Smith? He is exposing Larry now. Lord have mercy. Child, I gotta say, I can't say hello to all y'all lovely darlings and things. Smart by nature. Hey, Smart by nature. Welcome, brother. Uncover the truth. All right. I can eat the Russell, Miss Piggy. I skipped somebody. Who I skipped? JJ. I saw you, JJ. Hi, y'all. So I guess we gotta have to just ride this story till the wheels fall off. We don't know why these people haven't come and picked him up yet, but we're just gonna have to talk about it until there's nothing else to talk about, right? So now the latest thing is Whitehead, since he is in what he considers full-out war with these people now, these people being Larry Reed and King Jives. He says he has something for King Jives too. So you have to be waiting for that when he gets through with Larry, right? So in his mind, I guess he is just pretty new to YouTube or pretty new. Whitehead, he's not even smart enough to have a YouTube channel yet. Nigga, you could have made your money from YouTube, but whatever. He goes to Facebook, right? Now he calls himself Exposing Larry Reed. Is this fool really going to put us through this Larry Reed shit again? God damn. We watched that whole story go on for 2 or 3 years, child. The man was found innocent. The case was settled out of court. Apparently, neither one got no money, but they were ordered by court to shut the fuck up. You ain't got no evidence. We don't want to hear it. If you did have sex with an 18-year-old, so goddamn what? That was the conclusion, right? But now Whitehead thinks he's uncovered something. It appears to me that since he has all this audio, it looks like this YouTuber, which I have never enjoyed using his name, so I will continue to not use it. The one he was in the legal battle with last year or something. He has sent this boy this stuff. So Whitehead thinks he has breaking news. No, nigga, it ain't breaking news. We done already been through every detail of that case. We've heard every lie that could be told about that case. We have seen it thrown out of court. So why are you going to try to drag that back through the mud and think that now you are an exposer? You're going to expose Larry Reed and you're going to expose King Jives. But what really blew me away was today he's on Facebook, and we have to follow this shit just for our own commentary. He's actually going after this guy, Archbishop Bernard Jordan, who is an archbishop in his local area in New York, right? In Brooklyn. I cannot believe the fervor for which he went after this man by simply appearing on Larry Reed's show, right? Senior Whitehead, you brought all this bullshit. Do you remember how all this shit started? All because Larry Reed laughed at you when you hit the ground, even though the whole damn country was laughing at you. For some reason or other, you took offense to Larry Reed and this woman. I always forget her name. If y'all know it, put it in there. And this woman laughing at you, right? But they were all laughing at you. The New York Post was laughing at you. You're on TMZ, and they're laughing at you. You wanted fame, and here you got, boy, this ain't shit. Going viral does not make you famous, sir. You're just queen for a day. But It amuses me that you're now going to become the exposer, right? You said these people are against you, and so now you're going in full out battle with these YouTubers or Facebookers or whatever the hell you call them, these social media personalities, and you're taking on an archbishop of the community where you're trying to make a name for yourself, right? As if that man don't have friends, more friends there than you, because you don't have any, right? We saw your church. You got 9 people in your damn church on in your service, right? You keep saying that you're famous, but nobody never knew anything about you till you got robbed. Correct? Listen to me, Whitehead. Listen to me. Ex-criminal to, I don't know what your status is right now. Criminal to criminal. You ain't in no position, boy, to be exposing shit. I'm just telling you the truth. Nothing. We know you're an abuser of women. We know you have a wife that hates you so much that she doesn't even want you to see your own children, right? We don't know how many other women you've pissed and shit on in Brooklyn or New York City, but we can assume that there have been many, correct? Right? So we know you have that behind you. Aside from that, we know for a fact that you are a criminal, right? We know this. We know. I'm just telling you about the possibilities of when somebody starts digging into you, how easy it is, right? Because I don't know what these people think, but because you were sent to prison for 9 years for being for identity theft, for fraud, right? For stealing people's identities, that doesn't mean that's the only time you did it. That's just the time you got caught, right? So in a city the size of New York City, how many people, how many enemies do you have? How easy to simply send somebody an email? How easy to just drop down to somebody's chat with more information on you, Whitehead? You are a person of low character, right? Because we know that when you were a criminal, you didn't come out of prison a changed man. I know, behold, all things have become new. But we all know that not everything becomes new. You're still you, right? You get out here, and all of a sudden, your new persona, your new personality is now you are a bishop in God's church. No evidence of you ever doing anything to become a bishop. I think Bernard Jordan, where he messed up, is he asked you who made you a bishop, right? Whitehead, my point to you is this: you have got so much baggage. See, baggage. People tend to think, well, I know Larry Reed and them ain't gonna go digging into my criminal history. I know King Jives, they ain't gonna talk to people. It's not us. Don't you understand? It's not us. It is the World Wide Web. It is anybody who don't like your ass. Any person who you have ripped off a member of their family. Any business person who's had dealings with you. They can all just drop down. How in the hell are you exposing somebody, and particularly an archbishop in your own community? What are you doing, boy? You think by dragging up this same old tired ass story we heard about Larry Reed, we got sick of that story. It was when it was over, baby. It was already over in our minds. I'm speaking for the whole world, right? You think you got a hot story, right? Tasha K over there talking about, oh really? Oh really? I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know. Miss Thing, you were there covering the goddamn story. How the fuck you don't know? You know what the story was. You know how much that other YouTuber was after Larry Reed. You know the outcome. You know the whole story. And you're sitting over here with this fool now, and you're going to hitch your wagons to him, right? People, y'all better be careful making all these goddamn enemies. That's all I got to say. If this guy, Jordan, is such a big bishop, I guess he really does have his credentials in that community. That means he has friends all over the place, right? You in your little storefront, not even a real storefront, just a rented space on for 2 hours on Sunday. If you really believe that your arms are long enough to go fighting with that man, you got to be insane. There's so much on you. There's so much. You are a criminal. It takes, baby, it takes balls of steel to go out and buy vehicles, cars, motorcycles with other people's names and have fuck up their credit for life, right? You can't do that. It shows that you are not only a narcissist, but you're a sociopath. To be able to do that time and time and time again, then you get out of prison, you call yourself a bishop, but yet you're still over here stealing people's money. Bishops don't steal little old ladies' money, right? All these lawsuits, they're bringing you lawsuits as you're giving your press conference. God damn, you got to pause the press conference because I got another lawsuit. And you think you just gonna fight these people, baby? You're going down the wrong path. Or Whitehead is my guess. My guess, it wouldn't take that much to dig up some dirt on you, a criminal. Now you might say, well, that's my old life. That's my old life. What that would be your old life if you didn't come out of prison driving Rolls Royces, Bentleys, Maseratis, right? No visible means of income. You said you lost your license to sell real estate in New York State, yet you say you are some kind of real estate mogul. You're a real estate mogul, no visible means of income, and your church has a total of 25 people, which only 8 of them show up, 8 to 9. I don't think there's more than 15 people in that whole room, right? But yeah, you're able to buy Rolls Royces, and you're able to buy $1,000 suits, so you say, thousands. Now you coming on here after you just got robbed a month ago. Now you got a chain big as the other 2 of them put together with diamonds and all this kind of shit. We don't know what your finances are, but we have to say, listen, the nigga said that only some of the jewelry was insured. Well, only some of the shit was insured because only some of it was real. We don't know if one necklace was real, if a cross or something was real, if maybe her wedding ring was real, girl. But we never knew the outcome of that story. We only know that these criminals never been caught, even with their license plates, even with the car, even with pictures of them, even with fingerprints, because nobody wore gloves. They still can't find these criminals who stole your shit. Then you reappear and you have shit twice the size of the old shit, right? You have still not told us where you have money for all this stuff. You won't even spring for enough money to have your services. You say it's a temporary place. You could have had them in any church in Brooklyn. Churches rent out space. Our church, we have other churches rent out space. We have a lot of space, right? But you're so tacky, and you just have this front where you figure you don't need to put nothing into the church at all, nothing. And I doubt that collection plate, they don't look like rich people to me. That collection plate probably is enough to keep the lights on for your 2 hours, or that space, whatever that space rents for, the event space, whatever it rents for that one Sunday. So you basically pay 2 to 3 hours a week. Maybe you collect that much out of those few people. Maybe half the people are in your family. Whitehead, you ain't nothing but a scam artist. You ain't nothing but a hound dog and crying all time. You act just like a hound dog. This shit would never have even been a story if you had not brought your ass on here attacking a YouTuber for laughing at you. We come to find out that you have a previous relationship with this person, or at least you had met this person, or you had some kind of interpersonal relationship with the person before, right? So you took particular offense at him laughing at you. Ignore that everybody was laughing at you. How many videos was made about that robbery? I've never even experienced a robbery. I mean, they have had robbery where millions and millions and millions of dollars have been robbed, right? I'm just saying, happens once in a blue moon, millions and millions of dollars. Or Kim Kardashian, somebody get robbed, right? They might get, people covering it, 20 videos made about it, whatever. Nigga, you had 100 about you being robbed because you were pumping it up. Soon as they left, the robbers left. The robbers. You've been online ever since. And every time the story goes down a little bit, you do something to pump it up. So today you're on Facebook attacking this archbishop. Why? Because he had the nerve to appear on a person where he appears on Larry Reed show all the time. Right? Anyway, I would not be having those ex-lovers and those ex-wives coming forward. Obviously, the woman was trying to get your ass put in jail. She's probably chomping at the bit to get at your ass. I don't think you're the one to be out here trying to expose nobody and their sins, honey. Right? Until you can come on here and explain to me why you are riding around in a $500,000 car after just getting out of prison with no congregation to speak of, no ability to sell real estate in New York State. Until you can do that, Negro, you ain't in no position to be trying to come for somebody or expose nobody for shit. You're inviting more of this. Now, the sick part of your brain is telling you this is a good thing because to be honest, before 2 months ago, no one ever knew who I was. They didn't know who I was. Now they all talking about me. But they're not giving you anything. Right? You're just a story on YouTube. And you're so dumb, you don't even have a YouTube channel. Other people are cashing in on your black ass, including myself, and you ain't even getting nothing for it, girl. You're so enthralled with the fact that people are talking about you. So they're really going to start talking about you because after you've attacked these people and brought up their old stories, and we don't know what the hell you think you got on Jives, or brought up some shit a fight he had 30 years ago, whatever you come up with, nigga. That means they're going to come up with same or equal. And it doesn't have to be Larry Reed or King Jives or this bishop, this new Bishop Bernard you're going after, right? It doesn't have to be any of them. It can be anybody, anywhere who hears the story or who has a story. All they got to do is click comments and they can bring your whole house of cards down. Bishop, I have such a hard time calling you Bishop. Can I just call you Whitehead? Whitehead. You're bringing all this onto yourself, right? You started it up, right? Now, are you going to be able to finish it? Are we all waiting with bated lips for the time when they cuff you up, right? People cheered when they cuffed you up behind this last scheme of yours last Sunday, right? They said they got him. They got him early because it already was predicted that you were on your way to the Fed, right? Because the IRS is definitely going to take an interest in that, honey. Ain't no way. You remember all this? Ain't no way. Ain't no way that you could ever hide all that shit. Ain't no way. There ain't no way. How the hell you gonna hide all of these possessions of yours? And you say you have acquired, you say you become a bishop for 9 years. So where is the congregation? I could build a bigger congregation than that by next Friday, nigga. You only got 20 people that are willing to come to your church. When you had your first what do you call it? Press conference because you got robbed. Who gives press conferences because they got robbed, girl? When you get 9 years, and this is the amount of people you have acquired, not one pastor, not one bishop, certainly no archbishop. No one came to your little press conference. No one supports you. No one wants to have anything to do with you. No one is going to attach their name to you, sir. So why are you running out here talking about you a bishop? A bishop is a position, from what I understand, where other people are being fed by you, other pastors, right? But they don't want to have anything to do with you. There's so much on you. And you really want these people to go digging in your past when you got 100,000 people around the country who could easily drop a dime on you about anything. Anyway, what y'all think? Genesis is her name. Okay, I'm sorry, Miss Genesis. Y'all laughed at that boy Whitehead. He had a fit, and he been riding it ever since. He said that fame and that glory, for the glory, felt so good when it rained down on him that he has been chasing that feeling ever since. Junkhead walking in the twilight. He's a long, long way from home. And I can tell by the way you manhandled that woman, baby, there are stories out there. Any of those women, they can come on as trolls, right? Anybody want to give testimony. I see John's on there. He got that white girl. What's her name? She's funny. What is her name? Pink something. He's over there on Jive Story, right? You got all these people taking interest. A couple of days ago, I saw you on TMZ. You on there talking about TMZ told the truth. TMZ told the truth. I wasn't her. I wasn't choking her. How the fuck did you see this? Did we see the same video, girl? A boy or whatever? Did we see the same video? Did we see you grab that woman in her neck and walk her out the building? How in the hell did you spin that to where now you believe that TMZ has vindicated you? No, they just exposed the truth, right? So we don't know what the situation is going on there in Brooklyn, why you were able to walk away after choking that woman out live online, leaving scars on her neck bleeding. You don't get charged. At the same time, you don't get charged at the Brooklyn substation. You come out and have another press conference, which nobody attends. You got 3 people out there with a microphone. They only want to make fun of you. They always call you Bishop's, Flash, Mr. Flash or whatever. Anyway, what was I just thinking? Stop, baby. Oh my, I was just thinking something. You came out and you made this new press conference, which no one attended. That's where I was at. God damn it, I forgot my chain of thought now. Please be quiet, Squeenie. You know your daddy struggles. How y'all doing today? We'll get back to that. Believe me. He's trying to expose Larry about that same goddamn case. Y'all know who that person was. I ain't saying his name. That same dude where they went through all the court procedures and all this shit. He had absolutely no evidence of what he was talking about. We don't know a goddamn thing about the people who would come forward with these relationships that took place 20 years ago. We know they were of age. That's all we got to know. That's the only thing that'd be our business. It was the people of age. Yes. Was there a case? No. What's the condition of the settlement? You shut up and I shut up. And then you're going to sneak and send some other fool because you see an opportunity now to leak this information, which didn't work the first time. Baby, I am not listening to that story no more. 3 years. I have no interest whatsoever in the story of the details of this long ago Larry Reed case with whatever person he was involved with. It is no longer interesting to us. You are a latecomer and you think you got the hot breaking tea. What you're going to do is you're going to piss people off in New York, because just like you keep bragging about this relationship you have with this unfortunate mayor of New York City, I'm sure that Jordan has connections as well. And people are going to get sick of you, nigga. Right? And particularly when you want, since exposing people is the order of the day, let's expose his ass. Let's tell him what he did to my Aunt Martha. Ladies, can we give testimony? Oh, yeah. They say 3 years ago, he had no money at all, right? So what have you done? What have you done, Whitehead, that you got all these riches? You're claiming to be a rich person now in 3 years' time. What happened there? And just I'm not suggesting that this is the truth, but just coincidentally, isn't this the same time that the government started handing out thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of dollars for PPP loans, or the other loan, which is other letters? You say you didn't take no PPP loan. I don't know why you wouldn't. You're a con man. But what was the other kind of loan, right? Somehow or other, you started spending this money 3 years ago, right? I'm just saying, do you really want these people in your ass? I suspect that I don't think Larry Reed is lying. I believe that the FBI has definitely taken an interest in you. I think a lot of people would be pissed off if they didn't take a look at you when they're breaking their back, for $15 an hour. and they got to pay taxes. Shit. This nigga's riding around in Rolls Royces and Bentleys and Ferraris and all this shit. No visible means of income. He's an arrogant pig. Of course they're going to take an interest in you. I was waiting for commentary on Whitehead. I guess I can't help it, Mocha Drop. He is the story of the day, honey. He's the freak of the week. He did the freak. He did the freak. Yeah. Boy, was he neat. Walches, notches. He was super cautious when he did the freak with me. I don't think you want to go mess around with these people. The people you're choosing have already had experience with the court system. You're threatening $20 million lawsuits, Negro. You don't have the kind of money to be trying to fight two cases simultaneously, lawsuits, $20 million. Because that means when you put them big numbers up there, the lawyer is going to start basing their retainers on this number that you put on it, right? So you just showing out with this $20 million, John. Correct. You want to fight those people, and then you got all of these people, just like me. If I know anything about Whitehead, if I live in Brooklyn, I know anything about Whitehead, let me go ahead and... Some people just do it for fun. I used to buy drugs from him back in the 60s. Pick me. I knew he'd throw his wife out of a third-story window. Pick me. Whitehead, you're going to learn. You refuse to believe that fat meat is greasy. So I guess they're going to have to show you that fat meat is just as greasy as your lips, right? You're going to be an example. They'll be laughing at you for years. They'll use you as an example of fucking around on this social media. You don't realize the power of it. You see that this social media has caused you to be on CNN, MSNBC, all local news stations, the New York Post, the New York Times, all of these damn stations have covered you, right? And this is going to be the price of fame. And when you're sitting in that goddamn cell, maybe it won't hurt for the last, you can still get your bragging rights for a couple of years. But nigga, when you're sitting in that cell and the years start to pass and you're starting to realize, damn, all this because Larry Reed laughed at me. Too late for therapy. When they put them clinks on your ass, child, you through. YouTube getting way too messy. Baby, the church people is carrying on worse than the beef sector. Lord have mercy. They're putting us to shame, honey. I can't believe this dude actually believes he's going to go over there messing with Bishop Jordan. Archbishop Jordan, who's the real one. He's going to turn the whole church against his ass. Hey, Unc, it's sad. He said Larry Reed got HIV. Well, according to Larry Reed, he proved that he doesn't have HIV. And even if he did have sex with somebody back 30 years ago or 20 years ago, whatever it was, and the person was of age, is that the only person that person ever had sex with? Right. I test positive. I had sex with Larry Reed back 15 years ago. Therefore, Larry Reed gave it to me. Baby, when I tested positive for HIV, I wasn't even curious about who it was because I was not under the delusion that I was some kind of virginal person. It could have been any of them, anybody. But they blamed it all on Larry Reed, right? And that person on YouTube, who I don't know who would want to even evolve that person's name, right? I never liked saying it even then, right? Has made this now where he is giving all these people HIV. So when he proves that he don't have HIV, he does not have HIV, right? Do they stop? Oh no, baby. That just means we got to spin around another corner. So for the record, Larry Reed got himself tested. He does not have HIV. Therefore, it would be impossible for him to pass HIV on to someone else. Just the fact that they would blame him because they're HIV positive speaks to the people's character. They know they're not virgins. Y'all don't know the gay life? Baby, any life, really. He might have something on Larry after hearing the voice recording. The voice recording is the same voice recording that fool that YouTuber was using last year for 3 years. Is the same thing. Ain't nothing changed. Y'all want to listen to that bullshit again? It led to nowhere. A road to nowhere, honey. Somewhere over the rain, we are. It led to nowhere, honey. Click your heels 3 times. You're already there, baby. So yeah, let him get his day of publicity, claiming he done exposed something. Tasha K over there acting like she is so amazed by it. That girl covered the whole damn story from the beginning to the end, honey. She don't know nothing about, oh my God, really? Oh, really? Can you come and give testimony? I think she gonna have him on her page today. People understand what this damn YouTube shit is, or social media in general. I kind of keep saying, remembering this is not about YouTube, because he don't even have a YouTube channel. She done abandoned YouTube because that Cardi B done came for her wages. She can't be a woman enough to just say, no, I left YouTube because Cardi B is attached to my wages. She won't say that. She said, oh no, oh, YouTube ripping people off. Oh, YouTube, girl, they've given you millions. They're giving you millions. You were nobody when you came here, girl. So now you've thrown whole Google under the bus because of your shortcomings, honey. Right? You're in Africa now, right? Everything's a spin, but you have the nerve to be attacking people even now. False accusations that have been proven in court even now, right? You must be awful desperate, Miss Tasha K. Now, she could bring her black ass back over here, right? But the point is, when she does come back, if she came back, she would still have a million subscribers. But the point is, that money would belong to Cardi B, right? So she ain't got no choice but to have a website. And how long was it going to be before they come for that too? This girl's running scared. She's a runaway child. She's running wild. She need to go back home where she belongs. Yeah. She lost in this great big continent, Africa. She got to go back home where she belongs. Not one familiar face. Now ain't it a pity? Oh, runaway child girl running wild. You better go back home where you belong. They were friends. I've seen them several times interviewing each other, child. But he said one thing she did. I think she started getting an attitude with him because he covered this situation with that $4 million. She don't want nobody talking about it. But yes, you want to exist in a world where all she do is talk about people. She's another one of the great exposers, right? You keep exposing, we're going to tell Cardi B where your ass is. Somebody in the village going to say, I see her, I see her, I see her, she in the cabin. It didn't look like no luxurious accommodations there in Africa, honey. It's just a coincidence that on the same week that this girl starts attaching your wages, files court papers to attach your wages, your real estate, everything. It's just in that same week you actually decide to take a vacation to Africa. I'd say you people have enough problems of your own. Whitehead needs to be somewhere in a room going over paperwork, trying to make that bullshit make sense where he's gotten all his money from. Because the IRS is going to take an interest in it. I'm sure they already have. Already the Fed, those are 2 agencies, you know, both federal. But the IRS is interested in these financial disparities. How much taxes did you pay? If you're able to buy over $1 million worth of cars, couple of $1 million worth of house, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of shoes and pants and suits, $200,000. No, I'm sorry, $1 million worth of jewelry, right? And then your tax return shows that you made $30,000 this year. They're gonna take an interest in that, honey, right? Surely you didn't sell no real estate, because you're not allowed to sell real estate because you're a felon. You're trying to fight against the very thing that you got arrested for, sir. It was always around getting these cars. You think they ain't gonna look into that? How does he have these vehicles worth over $1 million? Are they in his name? How much are the payments? How's he making them? Where's his income? He couldn't be making anything from this apartment building he's claiming, because that has been, he said there's a note on the door saying he owes 2 months behind in the mortgage. I imagine a mortgage on a building, a whole complex town, would be pretty substantial. So after you've gotten behind 2 months on that, how do you catch up? Right? So you can't say that's bringing you income. You can't pull income out of that when you can't even pay the goddamn mortgage. We'll see. We have to let it play out. I'd like to know how many people in his church are immigrants. Oh, well, he ain't got but 9 people. You got he ain't got a whole lot of them in there. Your family, they come just as they have to come, you know. So when I said that there wasn't nothing but maybe 15 people in that whole building, that included his family, his wife, his daughter, whatever other children he has, by whatever other women. If he got a cousin and stuff, all those people are included, right? He said, oh, they scared to come to church. They come to church. So I laid down. I was laid down with a gun to my baby head. Now he's using his child again. He keeps hollering about the exact same shit over and over and over again. The concern was never the baby. I mean, what threat is the baby? They don't care about no baby. They cared about you. They laid you down and took your shit. That's it. You say this other woman, after you realized that you had fucked up by while being filmed, grabbing this woman by her throat and assaulting her, you come back into the building. All of a sudden now she coming towards your wife. The woman at the back of the church. The damn church ain't much bigger than this apartment, right? You say, come on, come forward, come forward. So she comes forward, right? So now you have made that now. She's coming for my wife. That building, they had grouped the people on one side of because there were so few people there, right? In order for her to come forward towards him, he said, come forward, come forward. In order for her to come forward, she's moving in the direction. Everybody who stands up is moving in direction of his wife. They're even moving in direction of his wife or the door, right? That's how small that space was, right? Come forward, come forward. Oh, she coming for my wife. She came for my wife. She coming for my daughter. What was she going to do? Throw the baby? What was she going to throw the baby up in the air? What would be her concern with your daughter or your wife? It's you, Whitehead. It's all about you. Came in that. How the hell you said you told that woman? See, I listen to stuff. You told that woman, come forward. I'm gonna make you famous. Were you already planning on choking her out? How are you going to make her famous? Obviously, you had some kind of plan that you were going to do something that was going to give her attention, right? Now, we see what the result is. Yeah, she was all over the news for a day or two too, right? But how are you planning on making her famous? You had there was no vocal between the two of you. As soon as she walked up, you grabbed her in her throat and dragged her through because you thought that was okay to do that. This is the world that you come from. That's what I mean. Women are going to come forward about your violence, sir. So far, we have seen you attack that woman. That was the last thing. We have seen you invite D.L. Hughley to a fight, a fist fight. You invited Larry Reed to a fist fight, right? You like punching on things. You said you were some kind of former fighter. Everything is all this violence. I mean, where does your mind go to violence? What kind of bishop is that? Right? You want to fight everybody? You supposed to fight them niggas that came in there and laid your ass down and took your shit off your neck. But there's a good chance that you already knew them. They were no threat. They were never any threat. Right? Anyway, people, you know how your uncle just talk. He talked too much. Let me see what else y'all say. I think he is referring to his wife as baby. He referring to his wife as baby. Well, what I heard was, get over here and sit down. I'm trying to preach. Was that his wife as well? What is she putting up with in order to have those diamonds around her neck, honey? I know diamonds are a girl's best friend. They may be their best friend, honey, but you throw your friend away if it's gonna cause some nigga to grab you in your throat, right? Because if he did it to her, he's done it before. He was way too comfortable doing it. He walked her out with confidence. This is not a person who is not accustomed to grabbing women in their throat or punching them in the face, whatever. More will be revealed. They're probably scared of him. That's why they ain't came forward yet. He gonna come for me. I ain't thinking about him, child. I'm doing my commentary. I'm a commentator. He has chosen to bring attention onto himself. He ain't scaring no goddamn body, right? So I don't give a damn what he does, honey. But I know my place, child. I know I'm an ex-felon, girl. I'm not gonna be sitting up here trying to be the exposer. Oh, I'm gonna expose your past. How you gonna expose people's past, child? Well, you got more past than 20 times their past, because you getting caught stealing identities, child, was not a first-time event. There were several charges. This is when you got caught. No hustler gets caught on the first time. Money makes it easy. Money makes the world go round. I seem to be in a singing mood today. What do you think about Jay Wilson and Food Junkie clawing this ground? Wait a minute. Bubbles, Mr. Blaine, what do you think about Jay Wilson and Food Junkie clawing and scratching each other's eyes out? I haven't seen it. I didn't know they was going. I thought he was going at it with Olivia the Oracle. So Jay Wilson, another one. He throws himself out there to as many who will go off with him, child. He has many fights going at the same time as he can, right? He is so desperate and pitiful. Every time you go over there, all he gonna tell you about, hey, I'm in it for the money. It's about money. And you wonder why you never made it in ministry. You're so obvious, Jay Wilson. God damn, everybody on here is for the same thing, girl. What is so unique about you? Keep talking about you in it for the money. I'm gonna give me. I don't beg. Give me the money. I never forced them to give me the money. They just give. This thing, I'm so sick. The whole subject of, as soon as he say money, I'm gone, girl. I can't listen to it. $30 videos. Yesterday he was on 4 times. 4 times in one day. A couple of them over 2 hours each, child. But yet here, I'm working. Yes, you're working. You're working here, nigga. You ain't doing nothing no more than anybody else, child. So him and the Food Junkie going back. The day is young. Put it like that. They call it Olivia a man. She calling them all kind of. I can't even say the words, child. I got to be honest. I didn't look. Now he said he going on another trip. He going on a cruise this time. I don't need the money. But you can give. If you want to help me give to the trip, you want to. How does that fool define begging? They already know they can give if they want to. She going to a trip. She going to stay in the cabin and talk to YouTube while she's on the trip. This is her only visible means of income, child. She's another hottie. We proved Hottie was lying yesterday. She said she made $5,000 last month. We looked it up, girl, and she made somewhere between $103 and $1,600. I don't know why. That Social Blade now does it that way. They used to give us the exact amount of money they made, unless I was reading it wrong. But she's never made over $1,600, period. So why lie, Donald Trump's trumpets? Oh, trumpets. All the narcissists get together and lie. Lie, lie, lie. He built an empire on lies. Nita B. Nita B, stress-free. All right. Did you see the clip prior to the incident where he told his wife to sit down and stop moving around? Get your ass down. I don't know how people can do it. Sit under an abuser. I barely have memories of it because I was raised in that kind of a house until I was 8 years old. Right? It still left scars on me at 8 years old, girl. I don't know. Ain't enough diamonds in the world, honey. They say diamonds are a girl's best friend. I kiss on the hand may be quite continental, but it won't pay the rent on your Aquanet or two-room flats. Something like that. Diamonds. I want diamonds. Job, I have been entertained this last week, 3 days. This is better than a comedy show. I agree, DJ. I don't hardly even watch TV. Well, in fact, I got rid of my Comcast, girl. I didn't even need it. I'll just come on here and watch the clowns, honey. These clowns is much better than the ones on TV. Isn't it great? Aren't we a pair? Me here at last on the ground. You in midair. And where are the clowns? Those fabulous clowns. Don't worry, they're here. Baby. Mega Trump hat. Who got the Mega Trump hat? Lord have mercy. That man, he just get. I mean, it's been lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit, lie after lie after lie. Why don't they just throw his ass in jail? Shit. You can't even walk down the street smoking a $5 rock without going to jail. This motherfucker can do all this shit to the tune of millions and millions and millions of dollars, and they can't find a reason to put him in jail. Diamonds or blonde wigs. She's got her blonde wig on. He need to buy her a better wig, though. That was real thin on the top. It sits too far back. If you could put all that junk around yourself, give your wife some money to shop as well. She should be looking at least as good as you, right? Gazelle, you like laughing at my music. It sounds about the same as Jane Wilson. He said he have a master's degree in singing. That nigga made 3 videos yesterday, right? And I said, well, just when it couldn't get any worse, she comes on here and do a whole goddamn music concert, girl, with that voice. With those sounds he makes. Good Lord have mercy, child. I would think if you have a master's degree in music, you should at least be able to sing better than Timothy Blaine, girl. That ain't saying much, baby. Jesus wept. And this boy is supposed to be representing, he's a bishop. They're supposed to be, all these people are supposed to be religious people. This is supposed to be the beef sector, and they're supposed to be the church sector, right? They act worse than us. I mean, you can't blame the people. All they did was laugh at something that was extremely funny. It was just a story of a day. Whitehead has turned it into this shit gone on 2 months. And now he's hooked. He ain't going to be able to let it go. So what's he going to do next? Don't light yourself on fire, Whitehead. It ain't that serious. Your highest numbers, I can tell you right now. Ooh, the spirit is telling me. Wait a minute. The spirit says your highest number is going to be on the day that they arrest you. I'm just saying. Now, maybe I shouldn't play with God, the spirit, but the spirit realm, we ain't putting nothing on God, right? The spirit realm is suggesting that the most people are going to watch Bishop Lamar Whitehead is on the day he is arrested. It's going to be epic. They will get 45 on taxes. Most likely, he's going to pull an Al Capone. You know, Al Capone done murdered up half of Chicago, right? They could never get him on any of his murders, any of his robberies, any of his shylarking, any of his goddamn bootlegging. They couldn't get him on nothing. And they got him on income tax evasion. And that man died in prison. Income tax evasion. They say, yeah, you made all this money, all right. Now, where are your tax returns? He ain't found none, honey. And that's what they got him on. So Trump, he's another one that craves attention. She ain't shut up since she left the White House. You have noticed how all the other presidents, they go off on, they talk a little bit in schools and stuff like that. But basically, they're quiet after they leave office, right? Trump ain't shut up since the day he left. He didn't have an investigation going every 2 or 3 days. And they keep saying guilty, 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 guilty. Yet they don't do nothing to his ass. They can get him on, and they can get Whitehead on tax evasion as well. His midterm gonna be brutal. People will still follow behind Donald Trump, even though they see him as being a thief, a charlatan, a bigot. None of it makes any difference to them. It's the strangest thing, honey. It is a strange case. They'll be studying it for years. So if he wanted his place in history, he has certainly got it. Donald Trump, the worst president in United States history. That is not an exaggeration, in my opinion. The worst president in United States history. Baby, please be quiet. Come on. Ding dong. Get it bum back over here. Come on back over here. Get it bum back over here. Ding dong. Whitehead better look into his source before he's sued next. Yes, honey. They already proved them people was lying, child. And he out here. And then what about this one this YouTuber though? They know they're supposed to be quiet about Larry Reed. They ain't supposed to say his name, ain't supposed to have no contact with him, and no reference to him, nothing. And now you are sending information to other people. Now, will a judge take offense to that? Said, oh, so you're smarter than me. I told you to shut up. Are you saying that you're outsmarted the courts? So now you want someone else to do your dirty work? We don't want to rehash that same story again. We've already come to all the conclusions that have been come to, right? He was found innocent, right? The settlement is shut your goddamn mouth on the subject, period. Don't go sending information to other people so you can keep it still the same slander going, right? You're promoting the exact same slander that you were silenced on. CIA too? As of June 1st, okay. Now he's over there calling himself a doctor as well. Now this all took place this weekend. He said he got 2 doctorates in one day. He got 2 doctorates in one day. So now he's called himself doctor, bishop, overseer. What else? Whitehead, your ministry is going to be a prison ministry, honey. Now, the brothers do need to hear a word in there. So that's how you started. And unfortunately, it looks like that's why you're going to end. You refuse to believe the fat meat is greasy. You think by all this antics, nobody's going to laugh at you when they're all laughing at you. Ain't nobody coming on here because we all support Bishop Whitehead and everybody want to join his church, right? Then you even lie about your numbers, right? You say you have over 1 million subscribers on Facebook or something like that, but then you only got 30 people watching you. So that's all a lie. You bought those. Everything's a lie, a spin, right? So what's the real truth, Whitehead? Wannabes. He thinks it's something to be an internet sensation. That shit has no legs, honey. It has no legs. While we're on the subject, please get Deadly Wager. It's all about about 3 Deadly Wager available on Amazon. It's about these very kind of people who will do anything to go viral. They bet $1 million who can get the most viral videos, the most hits, right? And the fools end up destroying each other, all for a click and a view. He has a mental issue. He is a bishop in his own mind, right? No clergy anywhere accepts him as a bishop. He's the onlyest one. And whatever them 10 people tell him in that little event space, that's it. You would think he would be very busy running his empire. I mean, in order to pay out millions and millions of dollars, you have complexes. You have all of these $1 million worth of cars and all this shit you done hung on yourself again. Doesn't that require an income? How do you have time for this kind of shit? I would think if I was running my multi-conglomerate, I wouldn't have time to be sitting on here having no damn internet beefs, honey. Right? Even if they find out that them cars are leased, Whitehead, even if they find out they're leased, how have you been paying the lease? Millions of dollars worth of cars? Who the hell needs millions of dollars worth of cars, girl? Getting hot again. It's getting hot in her. You going to get it for Christmas, Michelle Holly? Mm-hmm. Get them. It's 2 of them. I got to start writing some more today. I'm in chapter 4 of the final book in the series. I said when I set out, I was going to write a series, a trilogy on the beef sector. Murder in the Beef Sector, book 1. Deadly Wager, a Murder in the Beef Sector book 2. And now we have Who Shot the Caller? People want to call people. People are trying to get people fired. They want to get their kids taken away. They want the FBI come to their house. They want to SWAT people. So now we got to figure out who shot the caller. Is his church so poor? But he's flaunting fake wealth. He's in the real estate business. He said breaking culture silence. You would think of a man owns whole city blocks, as he says, named Whitehead Estates. And if he is in the real estate business, but he can't sell real estate, so he said he's a real estate investor. Don't you have access to some kind of property somewhere? You can't come up with a building to have church in? I'm just saying, honey. I'm just saying. If that congregation, if that building fund is going to build a new building, you in for a rude awakening. We would be in the year 3000 before you got that thing built, honey. Tim, are you losing weight? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm like Jay Wilson. I walk the dog. I walk the dog. I walk the dog. I'm gonna go to the gym. You're gonna take 3 diet appetite suppressants at a time before you eat each meal. That means so you take 2 to 3 at a time. You take them before each meal, If there are 3 meals in a day, no matter what size the meals are, that would be 9 pills. Wait a minute. That'd be 9 pills a day. How many is that a week? 40. You're taking 9. This just on the appetite suppressants. You're also taking a total of 12 other bottles of pills, Jay Wilson. Why? When are you going to learn how to tell the truth about something, boy? Or just shut up about it. Nobody want to hear about you going to no jam, nigga. Just get up and go. I'm here for a coin. I'm just here for money. I'm just here for money. Like your hopes and dreams are so different than somebody else's, girl. We all just making a video. Just make the video. You ain't got no damn comment. You got no commentary. Shut up, girl. Take a day off. You don't have to make 5 videos today. I look slimmer. Who is saying this, Darian? I couldn't be. Wait a minute. Let me see. Y'all tell me if I'm losing weight. Good evening. Look like Alfred Hitchcock, girl. I don't think I ever wore this shirt on here. It's probably what the issue is. These long sleeve shirt, it's a contradiction here because it's a t-shirt, but it has long sleeves, so it gets hot. But let's keep hoping, though, Darren. Eventually, beef sector forces the truth out of Wilson. That fucking idiot. Why don't he go out and get a job? He always talking about somebody else's job. Nigga, you ought to own the job. He ain't made no effort at all to get no damn job set down there at the mall. Yet he want to goes on cruises and things. What's the scam there, Jay Wilson? Did you win the cruise, girl? It doesn't seem to me that you are in no position to be taking no damn cruise nowhere, girl. I'm just getting money. I'm just here for money. I don't beg. He doesn't even see the contradiction. All he talk about is money. All the money he getting. No class. That's what the issue is. You have no class, Jay Wilson. And what is that you have on your head today? Are you going fishing? This motherfucker sitting over here with a denim fishing hat. Who is he? Gilligan's Island. The nigga taking a cruise to Gilligan's Island, so he's getting in character, child. No class, Jay Wilson. That's your issue, child. Tim, will you do a reaction video to the guilty verdict of Miss Robbie's from Welcome to Sweetie Pie's son, guilty of murder for hot? No, it's old now. How long? He got sentenced a little bit ago. People were following that story. I have to follow the story to have an interest in it, really. It is fascinating, but people have been following that one. It's been going around about a couple of years now. So since I didn't cover any of it, I'm not that interested. It is a strange story, but frankly, I haven't watched it. You can't watch everything. There's so much stuff on here, you know. Every once in a while, something will pop up and it'll grab your interest, whether it's beef sector or entertainment or something or other. I mean, you could do like the newscasters do. They do commentary on Donald Trump every day for the last, not just for his presidency or after his presidency, but they've been covering him consistently for the last 10 years. Right? So God bless the family of Miss Sweet. That's the man, Tim, what's his name? Tim Norman. They had successful businesses. They had successful restaurants. They had a television show, nationwide television show. Why would you need a few more dollars? It's all it came down to is a few more dollars. What that man's life was worth. Yeah, some of this stuff on here is so negative, child. Now they all toting, hey, thank you, Tasha, for super chat. I appreciate you. They all talking about this damn thing on here, Jeffrey Dahmer. I have no desire to sit up and listen, watch no man who eats human beings and puts them in their refrigerator. Right? There's so much negativity in this world. That's one thing about this internet shit. You could sit up here and watch crime stories, girl. all week, just watch nothing but crime stuff, one after another. And every time you wake up, there's more. There's more. There's more shootings. There's more. I don't get off on that much negativity. I like talking about the queens right here. He had his issue killed for money. Why would you need money? I mean, your mama wasn't paying you. Maybe he was jealous of the kid living there with his grandmother. We don't know what goes on in families. Well, we usually don't kill our relatives no matter what goes on in the family. If you don't like them, leave them the fuck alone. You did it for money, though. Sad. Some people got to have it. Yeah. Some people got to really need it. Oh, listen to me, y'all. Do things, bad things with that. Oh, yeah. For the love of money. And then for Wilson to be over here talking about money, making money a god. When the Bible clearly tells him, and I think it's great wisdom, that it is the love of money that is the root of all evil. So why are you on here toting the root of all evil? Why is your obsession with the root of all evil? And it ain't like he getting no real money, right? There's an absolute contradiction to be claiming you're some kind of preacher or pastor or minister and come on here acting like money is God. That's what you do, boy. Money. I'm getting money. I'm here to get my money. I'm just gonna get my money. I'm getting money. I'm getting money. Here they come. Ooh, what that? Ooh, what's that? $10. Ooh. Worshiping money, which the Bible declares is the root. It make you do strange things. Jay Wilson said he made $5,000 on YouTube 1 month. Jay Wilson, first of all, a gentleman does not tell people how much they make on YouTube, right? A gentleman, you never ask a person how much money they make. It is considered to be rude. So when we have somebody call themselves a pastor on here and all they can talk about is money and how much money they make and money, it's to nauseum. To you makes you nauseous. I don't know why those people over there would give you anything. I mean, just that you can't even be honest enough to say you're begging. I never beg. Oh, she begging. And take an interest in everybody else. You're so interested in Dobie getting a few dollars here and whoever Rico got $10 and all this kind of shit, right? But you're the primary beggar on here. You've even said it over and over at nauseum, girl, that you're only here for money. I don't care about this thing. I don't care about you. I don't care. I don't care what they say about me. I'm here for money. It's not the money. Money keep me here. Chloe keep me here. I'm beefing for dollars. Girl, she's under the delusion that the beef sticker started because she was beefing for dollars. She said she's beefing for dollars, and that's how the beef sector started. Girl, the word beef, people have had beef with each other, I don't know, since the 1920s, right? They've always used the word beefing. They've always had the same content over here. You ain't affected nothing, bitch. Nothing. You ain't got no power. You got nothing. You're YouTube famous, like in a little tiny ass group, one of the smallest groups on YouTube. You like Whitehead, but yet except you're a pinhead. You ain't got no Rolls Royce. You drive a Volvo. Thank you, DSL. You like my decor. Thank you. How gauche to discuss. That's the word. Okay. So the word is pronounced, Bubbles, gauche. Is that gauche to discuss money like that? It's disgusting to me. It's trader trash. It's somebody who's never had anything, child. And there's nickels and dimes, child. And he ain't got nothing to get. Jay Wilson, when you get 1 million subscribers, then you start telling us about you making money. Because to be over here talking about how much money you ain't got but 4,000 subscribers, girl. And this is the real number. You can't go by, I had to take my page down. I had to take because those people are no longer watching you, girl. No, you have 4,000 subscribers. That's it. Right? You can't go by numbers you had before. I had to take my page. That's why my numbers are low. Because I had to take my page down. I had to take my, obviously those people are no longer watching you, or your numbers wouldn't be 4,000. If 20,000 people were watching you, which we never had confirmation of that number, that's an exaggerated number. But even if you had 15,000 people were watching you, girl, if 15,000 people were watching you, you would have immediately come back to that number because they're still watching you, right? But they're not. I'm under no delusion that I have 21,000 people watching me at this moment, right? It's all about the number you're getting right now. So the number you're getting right now is 1 to 2,000 people, right? That ain't nowhere nears enough, a big enough number for you to be bragging about money. It just ain't, honey. And anybody with any class not gonna brag about money anyway. How boring. It's a boring conversation, Joe. Just greedy. This is for the needy, not the greedy. I don't think there's anything wrong making money on YouTube. I like what I get. You know, it's fine with me, honey. It's another statue, but I am not under the delusion that I'm somehow have a show and I'm I don't know what the hell the boy think he is. He 5 videos yesterday. He already got 3 today. Who in the hell wants to be on there like that? It's just disgusting. Then all hollering about how you just doing it for money. I'm gonna get my money. I'm gonna get my coin. I'm gonna get my money. I just came on to get some more money. I'm just give me some more money. Oh, I don't beg. Whole conversation about money. Trailer trash. He's just greedy. He is. I'd like to thank y'all for coming in today. It's always nice to come in and have a conversation. Right? So we'll keep an eye on Whitehead. I guess he's not going to let himself just go into or back into his little hole, right? He likes the attention. So we're going to see what's next. But Whitehead, this is for you. Stop poking the beehive, right? You have far too much history. You don't need to be uncovering shit. Later, people.